but
Yes.
there is more elegance, I would say, in Eternal, because you are still the killing machine, but you're playing it as a piano, which I think is more articulate in Murder. You know something I've been doing these days?
What have you been doing?
I've been replaying Doom 2016, and just today I started playing, Doom Eternal again. And I remember initially telling you that I think Doom 2016 was a better game because it's like you're in a room full of china glasses and you're smashing it with like a hammer or baseball bat, which is, I think, is the charm of Doom 2016. You can just jump into it and just have fun with the guns you have. But there is more elegance, I would say, in Eternal, because you are still the killing machine, but you're playing it as a piano, which I think is more articulate in Murder.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what most people thought about Eternal.
You are an artist of murder.
Yeah, Carnage becomes Carnage becomes a symphony that you play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree. I do like Eternal more because it feels more power fantasy because 2016 feels more like a power fantasy, right? But Doom Eternal somehow manages to keep the power fantasy going, but it still gives you more of a challenge than 2016, right? So when the challenge is greater and you overcome, you feel even stronger, even though you are technically weaker than you are in 16, or enemies are stronger. But, well, you know what I mean.
I understand. And I will say 2016 is the perfect remake for Doom to bring to the, new console and stuff, easing, like, dethawing the frog, so to say. And so when Doom Eternal came, it, gave us its full potential being its own thing, which I think gives it more of its own identity when compared to the other Doom games, where it's not like, okay, here's like the complete remake of the original Doom. Here's like the cyber demon, the spider mastermind, we're back on Mars. But this one, it's like we're doing something different. And you know what? It's good to do something different.
Yeah, it's good to do something different.
And here's us, we complained about God of War Laffy, but it's like, but it's still Doom Guy, and it's still a Doom game.
Yeah. Honestly, the one that's more rough around the edges is Doom: The Dark Ages. I could not finish that game. Despite it still being fun, despite it still being Doom. I don't know what's up with the rhythm of that game that doesn't get me the highs that Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal gave me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's... would you say that's trying too hard to be different?
Maybe. I don't know how to describe it.
The aesthetics is great, but it's like, and I really did like they tried to mix in like medieval stuff with the combat, especially the weapons you use. But did we absolutely need an origin story?
Yeah, not really.
Like, we got like all the story we needed in Eternal from like the flashbacks and stuff. I think, because I do think you are kind of killing the mystery a bit when you're like exploring the origin story.
Yeah, I do agree. Although, to be fair, I do like when I have mixed feelings about that logic, because on the one hand, yes, sometimes some mysteries should not be revealed. But on the other hand, when a series relies too heavily on mystery that is never going to answer, you have to give them something at some point. You know what I mean? Because like series that are all built upon mystery, but none of those mysteries ever get an answer, even if it's a small one or a few select ones, become frustrating because, there's never going to be any real reward for, doing anything. simply
Yeah,
because,
that's kind of like the problem with like Lost and Digital Circus, where it's like there's
yeah.
mystery, but it's like, can you give some answers?
I understand not wanting to reveal everything, but you need to reveal something. Even Souls games that have a very cryptic way of telling their stories and leave a lot of things vague and to up to interpretation. Understand that you have to give them something. Like
Hmm.
a lot of people are kind of like, oh, I don't like the Horus Heresy because it ruined the mystery of the Horus Heresy, and I do agree to some degree, but at the same time, 40K also needs this in the way that, okay, you cannot rely entirely on no one knows because information has been lost, no one knows because accounts are contradictory. You need to give them something at some point. Maybe we'll set
Hmm.
up a new mystery, maybe it will be not the answer that we're expecting, but you need to reveal something. You cannot rely forever on the who knows. It's a mystery. You need to give something at some point.
Yeah, and maybe that is the problem with Dark Ages, is that it is trying to be, it's good as trying something new, but at the same time too, it's like, is it really a good game because of that?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I was having fun, but not as fun
Hmm.
as it wasn't as fun as the others. And that is noticeable.
And you know what? It's just how it is, I guess. It's like they tried something new, and maybe not every single person is satisfied with it. But you know what? That just happens.
Yeah, it happens, but man, like, yeah, it was very disappointing.
Maybe that's the appropriate reaction. It's like, it's disappointing. It's no way around it. It's like, I wanted to like it, but it's disappointing. Is that what you would say?
Yeah, definitely.
But you know what's interesting though, because I'll finish on this note. There's going to be a sort of DLC to Dark Ages called Revelations, I think.
Uh-huh.
And what's interesting is that at the end of the trailer, it sounded like Doom Guy was referred to as Taggart in his like flashback as a normal human man on Earth. And what's interesting is that in the Doom book adaptations, sorry, the Doom Guy, his name was Flynn Taggart. So it's like, oh, are we continuing this? Are we making this canon? His name's Flynn Taggart. Because that's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool that they're connecting that to the old to the old Doom games.
Yeah, because I have the Doom books, right? The adaptations of the games. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, that's awesome because like I always headcanon him as Flynn Taggart still.
Nice.
And what is cool is that in Doom Eternal, like Doom Eternal, when you're exploring his ship and seeing his like man cave, if you look at the book titles, one of them is called I think Uncanon Lore of Flynn Taggart or something like that. Where it's like, this is what he was called, but it's no longer canon. So it's like, oh, is this canon now? But yeah, I think I had a pretty good day today, and I think this is the end of the episode. Is there anything you want to say before calling in?
Yes. Well, no, honestly, no, not really. I thought I had, but no, I don't. Sorry, I'm kind of distracted today.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem, man. Thank you so much for tuning in on this episode, everyone. And thank you, Hubrecht, for joining me today. And if you all enjoyed this episode, consider subscribing, activating the bell to never miss an episode. And we'll see you guys next time with a new one. So take care.